Back in the building, we back in the building, we back in the building. Y'all already know what to do, man. Smash that like button, cause we gotta talk about Big U. Yeah, that guy. You know the guy out there in the West Coast, the big U guy, the check-in guy and all that. Yeah, well, we got breaking news. We got Rayshawn Williams, you know, the kid that from Las Vegas. Allegedly, they saying that Big U had something to do with his death, his murder, whatever, down there in Las Vegas. The kid that was best friends or ex-best friends, because he's not here no more. Rest in peace to Rayshawn. He was friends with Big U's son. Oh yeah, his mother spoke out, and we got to go over this. We got to talk about this. And his mother spoke out and said, and she ain't talking nice. She said, "I try to pray for this man and try to forgive him, and it ain't happening." That's what she's saying, according to Rayshawn mom. We got to talk about all this, man, because I told y'all, and they're gonna bring that Nipsey Hussle case back up again. If y'all don't think that's gonna happen, just sit back and wait. Man, let's talk about all this because we got a lot to talk about. We got to go over this. Rayshawn mom's talking about this. Big U allegedly involved with Rayshawn death down there in Las Vegas. He drove all the way down there, left him in the desert, left him in the highway in the wrong district, wrong area. With a fool, they found this body. Now, next thing you know, they do the cell phone data and all this. They saying Big U was the last one over there by him. Pause at the crib, whatever, because he wanted to go talk to him about some studio time that Rayshawn was wasting time on Big U money. And next thing you know, we don't even got the kid here no more. Let's talk about all this, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this show started. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know it. We back in the building. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have it, because I don't know what you're waiting on, to be honest. Share this video. Keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my videos. And shout out to all my members that got their membership. Team Smoke, Smoke Gang. Shout out to all my supporters that been smashing that subscribe button since day one and continue to do it now. Salute to all y'all. Appreciate the love. Y'all all Team Smoke also. That part. But let's get this copyright out the way, man, because you know how we do over here. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. On this channel, everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play also owned by the original creators. So, if y'all don't know what's going on, the mother of Rayshawn, mother slain former high school football player, wants Big U to fry in prison. Now this is Rayshawn Williams' mom over here speaking. That's somebody, his mom is over there with the pink sweater, and that's somebody, I guess probably sister, something like that's a relative. But they actually spoke. She actually spoke, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get straight to it, man, because it's sad, know what I mean? Like that kid ain't deserve to lose his life over some disagreement that an older guy and you got too comfortable bullying people and extorting people allegedly with all the allegations going on against you, and you got too sloppy, man. You ain't had to do that to that young boy allegedly if you was involved in that, if you even did that. They got proof saying that you was involved. Rayshawn mom saying that she just feel like you was involved because you was the last person around. And Rayshawn ain't had no beef like that down there in Las Vegas, according to Rayshawn mom and other people that's around him. Why would you even do that to that kid, man? That's all I gotta say. But let's get to the news clip with Big U pleading not guilty to all this. He's going back to court in May, so let's continue, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video too. Y'all already know the vibes. Light one up, man. Rest in peace to Rayshawn and Nipsey Hussle, man.
Music executive and alleged LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr. is heading to trial. Last month, he was named in a 43-county federal indictment, and this afternoon, he pleaded not guilty during his arraignment. Prosecutors accuse Henley of running a criminal enterprise involving murder, human trafficking, robbery, and extortion. They also say Henley, known as Big U, has ties to the notorious Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips street gang. His trial is scheduled for May 20th.
Now, we got Big U pleading not guilty to all this. They got murders on you. They got racketeering. They got extortion. They breaking in check-ins. They breaking check-ins as part of an extortion. With all the little sloppy jobs you said in your interview. Yeah, I check in everywhere. I check in Chicago and this and that. And yeah, we check in for protection. Like, you don't have to explain to the world about check-in. That part, I sit back and wait. You indict yourself by doing that. Now, we got another person down there in Houston that does the same thing. That's the old man down there. He talks about the check-in, but he didn't go on a check-in parade and all these platforms that you was doing. You went on a whole check-in marathon. Like, you went on every platform talking about check-ins. That's why that shit came back to you. Then you started really probably doing that shit out there. People got tired of your shit. You doing that shit to civilians. You're not doing that shit that's in the streets like you. You doing this shit to civilian people that's trying to make a living for their family. Nigga, this ain't the 1970s and 80s and all that shit when the mafias and everybody else just extort these little corner stores and little businesses, and you want a percentage every month out of that shit because the establishment is located at you want to call your neighborhood, your hood, which y'all don't even own. The government own every neighborhood in these goddamn corners. Until we start buying houses and stores and going back to our neighborhoods and buying all the properties, that's when we can say we own something on them blocks that we lived on, that we grew up on, that we was raised on. I'm tired of people saying, yeah, man, it's my block. It ain't your block. You got to start buying shit on that block, that part. What are we talking about here? The corner store person got more say-so saying that's they block of that. At least they bought an establishment on that block and they provided for the community. And there's always another culture that's doing that. Chinese, Indian. It's always Spanish. There's always other cultures that buy little stores and shit like that. They could say, yo, that's my block because they got a goddamn, they got an establishment over there. They got a little store. They got something going on over there. Little restaurant over there. We don't be having none of that shit. Especially with us all gang and all this. Yeah, you come on this block. Nigga, we don't even own that shit. We causing chaos and headaches and shootouts, and kids can't go to sleep at night because they hitting dumbouts and gunshots all outside because we thinking we own the blocks. We don't own shit if you don't buy that. So let me throw that in the air. I sit back, I wait. We don't own shit until we start buying stuff on them blocks, start buying properties and stores and houses and foreclosure houses and stuff like that. When we get together and put the money together and start buying stuff like that, that's when we can brag about the blocks that we grew up on, and we actually own some of them properties on the block that we grew up on. We gotta stop throwing that shit in the air so much like, oh yeah, man, we was poisoning the blocks. That's the hell we was doing, to be honest. We was getting how we supposed to live. Nothing wrong with that. That's the normal if you live in the hood and you live in poverty. You got to get it how you live, man. But we didn't own them. We didn't own them blocks. We held them shits down to make sure our ops or enemies didn't come over there and cause chaos or try to rob other people. Okay, we could say that. As far as a group and individuals on them blocks that we grew up on and projects, whatever the hell you grew up at. But we don't own that shit until we start buying that stuff on them blocks, properties and stores and stuff like that. We got to cut that shit out saying that we own these blocks and we run these streets. Nah, we got to cut that shit out. I'm tired of that shit. And all this check-in shit too. The check-in things is basically extortion for you to go to another territory and make sure nobody will rob. And then when you do get robbed, it be the same people that you checked in with. Not everybody over there on that check-in situation gonna like you. Let's continue though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We gotta start buying stuff on these blocks that we claim we own. That part. I sit back, I'll wait. Let's continue. Smash that like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know the vibes.
Now he's in custody for racketeering crimes that include the murder of rapper Rayshawn Williams. Court papers say Williams, seen here on Instagram, was an artist for Big U's label Unique Music. And in 2021, prosecutors say Williams wrote a song, quote, dissing Big U. Documents say Big U then kidnapped and murdered Williams in Las Vegas in retaliation for perceived disrespect. But before Williams was a rapper, he was a wide receiver for Crenshaw High School. The day after he was killed, the football program announced his death in this post on Instagram, saying in part, quote, he was a special guy to all of us. And not only did he play for Crenshaw, the wide receiver was teammates with Big U's son, Deion Henley. This LA Times video shows Henley throwing a pass to Williams. Deion Henley is now a linebacker for the LA Chargers. In 2023, the Times wrote a story about him with the headline, "Conceived in Prison, Dayon Henley was born into the dangerous world of his dad, who put him on a path to the NFL." Dayon's quoted in the article saying, "It's one heck of an origin story," adding, "You know how they talk about anti-heroes? The people who are the bad guys, but they really aren't? That's my dad." But now his dad, Big U, is back in custody, and the feds say he's connected to a number of crimes, including the murder of his son's high school teammate, Rayshawn Williams.
This is nasty work, man. Nasty work. But let's get to Rayshawn mother, man. Let's get to what she had to say about this situation. We're going to react to her situation. Because if a mother got an instinct that she got that feeling that the last person seen my son was you, and the reason why my son was down there, because he was down there with you, to proceed and try to become a rapper, because obviously the football, he left that alone. Got a little injury, this, that, and the third. We did a little research, kind of left it alone. Went under Big U, went under Big U, under his label, Unique, went under him, pause. He went Unique, Unique Music, and he tried to proceed his music and all this, that, and the third. And he's down there in Las Vegas because of you, because of the studio down there that you providing for Rayshawn. But something happened between you and Rayshawn Williams. They were saying there was a diss song that Rayshawn made. Nigga went down there. Next thing you know, Rayshawn disappeared a couple hours later. They found this nigga on a goddamn highway somewhere in the desert somewhere, but it was a terrible location where he dropped his body at. Because obviously they found him quick. Next thing you know, it was Rayshawn. Big U never even called his mom. They didn't even show up to the funeral. They didn't do none of that. It's nasty work, man. Let's continue. Let's get to Rayshawn Williams, though. Rest in peace, man. This is mom speaking right here.
Sorry for your loss. I mean, my heart really does go out to both of you. I mean, you know, your family's going through a really tough time right now. I know there's news that broke out that said that Big U was, you know, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
Why do you think that he did it? I mean, that's like the big question.
Because you don't like the word no.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to tell you no. Everything's supposed to go your way or no way. So I feel like my baby did something that you didn't like. And you did what you did. Now karma's at your door.
Do you think Big U is a real threat to the community right now?
Of course.
There's a lot there. I mean,
of course he is, because if he could do this to my child, what makes you think he couldn't do it to nobody else's child? Or if
We ain't done. But that is true though. If she feel like, yo, you did this to my child, make you think to it, you ain't do it to nobody else. Extortion. Things don't go your way, you get upset. You don't like the word no. Everything got to be yeah when it couldn't, and when it comes to Big U standing on business, you around them. Yeah, it got to be yes niggas. You can't be saying no around them. It's going to be a problem, obviously. Nipsey went through that situation, back and forth, trying to get out his deal, all types of shit. So what make you think that he ain't do this shit to nobody else? Now remind y'all, Nipsey and Rayshawn died what, like 2 years, a year and a half apart? Let's continue though what she had to say. It's nasty work, man.
you haven't done it to nobody else's child, or if he don't have anybody child right now feeling threatened because of what he have said to them or what he have done to them. So of course he's a threat. Of course, no doubt.
With all this coming to light, are you worried for your family's safety?
Most definitely. I've been worried for my kids' safety since day one, since this happened. I shouldn't have to be a parent within fear of my child's or my kid's life when I trusted you. And you took that away from me.
I mean, is there a message that you would want to send to Big U?
Why? Any other time you would have called me. Still right now, today, I still haven't heard from you. Nothing. Just like they say, that big old N, you have it on your chest right now. And it stands for nothing. Because that's what you are. In my book, you a nothing person to me. Can I forgive you? I tried. I tried to pray on it. I tried to ask the Lord above me to help me to forgive you. And deep down, my Heavenly Father upstairs know who I am, if don't nobody else know me. I've tried, and I cannot do it.
Oh man, I feel that lady pain, man. Because when you a mom, you a dad yourself, mom or dad, it's in a situation happen like that, and you sent your son to Las Vegas, to make sure he's under Big U, and you over there and back home thinking your son is okay, he's safe under, Big U with the trying to proceed his music, and next thing you know, you don't even get a phone call from that nigga. You get a phone call from the police station. You get a phone call from other people. You get a phone call from homicide and detectives and shit like that saying that we need to come down here and to identify this person as might be your son. You know how much that shit hurt her, and she's saying to this day, man, I haven't spoke to that nigga to this day. And it been years. Years. It's like guilty conscience. It's like, why you can't face that? I don't know, man. It's nasty work, man. It is, but it's like, yo, if you really was involved in Rayshawn death and you really did that to that kid, yo, for what? For him disrespecting you on the music. It's other ways to handle business, bro. There's other ways of, you know what I mean? You could have had one of your nephews or something, put hands and feet on him, or had him shoot a fade with him, or let him know next time it's gonna be that. He's a kid at the same time. He grew up with your son as that. He was in your house and everything. Football team, the whole shit. So you know this kid. He wasn't that much of a threat for you to take his goddamn life. Like, let's be serious here, man. That's crazy. So now you got the racketeering, you got the murders, you got all this connected to you because you want to be big bad wolf and shit throughout the years. You want to come home and yeah, man, I got to get what's supposed to be mine. It started off with Nip. That part, I sit back, I'll wait. Started off with Nip because you seen the elevation Nip was about to take off to in his career. You seen it. You had Nip on a 10-year contract, man. What we talking about here? You said it in plenty of the other videos that I played. He was under you for 10 years, from 2009 all the way to 2000, until he passed away, obviously. Y'all do the math on that. People didn't even peep that out. He had Nip under a 10-year goddamn contract. From 2009 all the way till Nip passed away. Nip just got out that contract. Big U was still eating off him. And still is probably. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Like, there's a thing that they say when you're worth more when you're dead, especially when a person like Nip, the way his music was taking off, his personality, the knowledge he was dropping, all that shit matters. Your soul and your presence still gonna be here no matter what because of the good stuff the good stuff you were saying. You was throwing that in the air. Meaning Nip in his interviews, he was giving knowledge to the kids. He was teaching these people how to how business work in the industry, how to be independent. Not to take shorts and sign bad contracts and shit like that. That's what Nick was teaching a lot of people, everybody. Once he got away from Big U ain't like that shit, because Big U felt like, yo, you disrespected me. That's why they kept bumping heads all the time. And Big U was playing them real close, acting like he's still close with Nick. When you play somebody close like that, you're going to send somebody close to go knock them off. And then act like you ain't got nothing to do with it. Like you ain't know about it. Like I keep saying, Eric Holder, there's protocols to what the hell he did. Somebody sent him. Black Sam even said that shit. There's protocols to that shit, bro. And the man still living to this day. What we talking about? I sit back, I'll wait. Oh, nah, he ain't PC smoke. Man, people get hit in PC also. What we talking about? Especially when you knock off a high-class celebrity like that was repping your set so much and so much love that a lot of people have for Nip from all different sets and all different cultures. Come on, man. They protected Eric Carter, that part. What are we talking about here? Because they want to make sure he don't start talking. That's the person that we got to, when he start talking, we're going to find out the truth too. Because the truth going to come out about Nipsey Hussle's situation. He didn't walk up to Nip about no goddamn snitch allegation. He walked up to Nip about some extortion money. I sit back, I'll wait. I'm going to let y'all marinate, let that marinate in y'all brain for a quick second. Let me pedal back. He didn't walk up to Nip about no snitch allegation that Cowboy said, yeah, I heard the nature of the conversation. It wasn't about no snitch. That shit was about extortion money. Because remember, do the math on this. Nip got tired of paying Big U every month. It got to that point. If everybody know the history, when Nip started fading his way himself away, he got tired of paying Big U for money every month, meaning extortion money, meaning protection. I don't know for what reason when he's down with the same, he's under the same umbrella with you. Nip got tired of that shit. Nip got tired of giving Big U tax money, all that, because where his property was at on Slauson and all. Big U act like he owned that whole shit. Let that marinate. But nah, Smoke, that don't make no sense, though. That don't make no sense. Nip under the same umbrella. Okay, but who's the big homie? Who's the OG? Who been out there since, nah, man? Man, Big U been out there since that shit started the 60s. What we talking about here? He's one of the originals. Nip had to still pay this nigga off for the property, for his own property that he had over there on Slauson, and he was still paying allegedly Big U for protection and all that every month. Oh, y'all think I'm lying?
Me, I'm a taker. If I go to take something from you, nigga, I'm not gonna apologize to you. If I drop down to that level and go do something, I'm doing it. So take that from that. And I ain't never stole nothing from nobody, period. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I took it all. No, I'm saying. Everybody.
He don't. Let's go back one more time.
Me, I'm a taker. If I go to take something from you, nigga, I'm not gonna apologize to you. If I drop down to that level and go do something, I'm doing it. So take that from that. And I ain't never stole nothing from nobody, period. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I took it all. No, I'm saying. Everybody.
Niggas had to pay tax. Oh, let's get to another clip when he talking about that. Since y'all think I'm lying, Nick wasn't paying them every month. Nick got tired of paying them. That's why they sent Eric Holder over there, allegedly, to go talking about the goddamn payments every month. He ain't go there about no snitch allegations. He went there about some goddamn extortion money, and they send this nut ass nigga Eric Holder over there, pardon my language, over there to go handle that business. Because allegedly, according to everybody, remember, they were saying Eric Holder was in some type of paperwork. So what's the best way to do? What's the best way to make up what you're set and make up with your little umbrella and banner that you're under? Yo, let me make this up. Yo, that's all lies. And I'm telling you, Big U, let me make it up. What's the best way to making it up then? What's the best way to tell your big homie, yo, that shit is lies, man? They got it wrong with that paperwork. Cause remember, they were saying it was rumors, allegations. Eric Holder was on paperwork saying that he snitched on somebody. They try to use that narrative with the Nipsey Hussle situation, and that's a false narrative. That conversation was totally about something else. And I'm starting to think that shit was about extortion money because Nip got tired of paying these niggas every month. They sent Eric Holder over there to go talk to that nigga. And if he don't agree on the shit that we sent you as a messenger to go send Nip, nigga, you know what to do, nigga. That was the whole mission. Allegedly. That wasn't no goddamn mission for no snitch allegations and you knock them off. No, that was let this marinate in your brain. That was a mission to send the messenger, Eric Holder, to Nip. If he don't condone what we telling you to go tell that nigga, if you don't agree, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. We done gave this nigga a time period, nigga. Now this is the time, nigga. Listen, nigga, it's the time. You gotta pay up, nigga. Allegedly, that's my thought. That's my opinion. That's why they sent Eric Carter over there towards Nip. It was pay up season, nigga. That shit ain't had nothing to do with no snitch allegations. Nothing. That shit ain't had nothing to do with Nip calling him a snitch. None of that. And the only one know that conversation, like I said, is always one person spinning the narrative and all these little Young Dolph, Nipsey Hussle, and Mo 3 situation. You got the cookie girl over there in Young Dolph. You got the cowboy Nipsey Hussle, and you got over there Rainwood over there with the Mo 3 situation. Them niggas giving us one story, nigga. One story. One narrative. Cowboy, yeah, I heard the nature of the conversation. He ain't say nothing about no snitch. Okay, so what the hell the conversation was about then? Was it about the extortion money that Nip got tired of paying the big homie, allegedly? He sent a message over there, Eric Carter to go crash out. If you don't condone what the hell Big U was saying, that make more sense. Now I can make up with the band, and now I'm back with the set because I done did a mission with Big U. I'm good now. That make more sense. I ain't trying to hear that. It's starting to all make sense now, man.
My world. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Right. And I wasn't on no money shit. Like other niggas was getting money. I was getting money and I was getting paid by every nigga in the city. Damn near. If they was getting money. Right. So if he was getting money, he was already getting the bag. He was paying me $10,000 a month. I don't give a fuck who you was. It was my world.
You was paying me $10,000, $20,000 a month. I don't care who you was. So if he's saying that, you think he cared about Nip, his little homie? I sit back, I wait. You think he cared about Nip? You think he cared about Nip? Nip was still giving him $10,000, $20,000 probably a month. Probably more than that, because the more Nip was taking off, the more he probably had to pay Big U the homie every month for I don't know what reason. Nah, though, it's protocol, smoke. You gotta pay. Man, come on, man. This ain't this, man. Listen, man, there's different ways of doing that, man. Little homie could have showed him a different way. Instead of feeling like you're getting extorted, you can show love. And make sure the set is good, and make sure the banner is good, and make sure the OG good, make sure everybody's good. Open up little business and shit like that. But when you feel like you're getting extorted by the OG, that's a different story. That's how Net felt. What we talking about here? Oh, let's go back to Big U, what he said. I don't care who you was, nigga. You was getting taxed and you was paying me. My world. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Right. And when I came home, it was my world. I missed out. Everybody was eating while I was locked up. Didn't Big U say that in other interviews? Then Big U said, yo, if I was home Suge Knight when I never had no death row. My world. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Right. And I wasn't on no money shit. Like other niggas was getting money. I was getting money and I was getting paid by every nigga in the city. Damn near. If they was getting money. Right. So if he was getting money, he was already getting the bag. He was paying me $10,000 a month. I don't give a fuck who you was. It was my world. That's all I gotta say. Make y'all think Nip wasn't taxed. What make you think he wasn't taxing Nip? That Eric Holder situation, shitty cuz, he got sent there as a messenger. He got sent there allegedly. Somebody sent him a message. Go handle this. Nip he don't condone what the hell we saying. You know what to do. That was the whole mission. That's why we ain't got our boy here right now. Rest in peace, Nip. Because he stood on 10 toes and he got tired of paying them niggas. Nip should have just packed up, got the hell up out of there, took that store somewhere else. That part. What are we talking about here? He was paying them for that shit, and he was paying them just for every month, nigga. 10, 20,000, man. Y'all don't want to believe that? I'll let y'all sleep on that if y'all want. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Rest in peace to Rayshawn and that.
His involvement could have been with the Nipsey situation. What do you think about that?
He absolutely was involved in Nipsey's situation. And people, they don't want to say it. They're scared to say it. That's fine. I'll say it for you. He was involved with the Nipsey situation. And I want to let the detectives, because they're supposed to reopen Nipsey's case. That's what I was told.
Oh, wow.
I want to let them do their work. And I just feel like if they do their due diligence, they will find out exactly what they're looking for. But come on now. You think he wasn't? Nipsey died in 2019. And he allegedly did this to Rayshawn in 2021. He felt untouchable.
So when Loose Cannon puts up the version of the story where he got a call from Big U 30 minutes before it happened, do you see that and you tend to be like, yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it. And I'm going to tell you why I believe it. Do you remember?
Nip, then Rayshawn. Let's continue with old girl though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Was on the show, and then I think an attorney number posted a deceased for Loose with the video.
Okay.
I called the attorney and talked to the attorney myself. And the attorney, she told me that Big U just hired her for that cease and desist.
Okay.
So if there was never anything, why would you hire an attorney for that?
Yeah, right.
And so when they kept saying, oh, the attorney is fake, I talked to the attorney and I told her, do you know what type of monster you're representing? And then she told me, I don't even know him like that. He called me to hire me for this specific case, for this cease and desist.
Right.
So that was not a fake attorney. That was a real attorney.
Yeah, because I've gotten fake cease and desist that seemed like they were cooked up on ChatGPT, but that was from an actual
actual law firm because I spoke with her. I spoke with her myself, and then I called WAC and I'm like, I just spoke with the attorney. I'm going to do my due diligence. So yeah, I picked up the phone and called her.
And even just in the last day, I've had a few people like sending me videos of fights that it seemed like in the video it was Big U and Eric Holder involved in these videos. Like they may have been closer than certain people have led us to believe.
Absolutely. Big U is a habitual liar.
What?
They said that Adam said he's seen videos of him and Eric Holder together, Big U, in fights. Basically saying allegedly they closer than what people think. Saying Big U didn't even know Eric Holder. He act like Eric Holder was just a nobody. He should have. Really? Really? Now y'all get it? Eric Holder got sent there for a reason. Extortion money. It wasn't over no snitch allegation. It wasn't none of that allegedly. It wasn't none of that. We got Cowboys saying, yo, he ain't come over there to talk about no snitch. I heard the nature of the conversation. Yeah, you heard the nature of the conversation, but you act like you ain't telling the world what the hell the conversation was about. What was the conversation about, though, champ? Meaning Cowboys, since you heard the nature of the conversation. Then you got Rayshawn Williams' mom over here saying that, man, I know for a fact this man was involved in my son death. My son was under him, man. He went down there to be an expired rapper. He was under Unique Music. Shit went left a little bit. They got in a little argument. Rayshawn made a little diss song. Next thing you know, his body found on the goddamn highway somewhere in the off desert. Terrible location that they dropped his body at. That's how all that shit got connected. Went to the data tower. Next thing you know, they see little text messages and shit like that, locations. But allegedly, they really can't connect Big U to Rayshawn yet. Unless they got other shit hiding. Because, they ain't going to just throw everything on the news. Yo, we got D-Man, we got this, we got that. They ain't going to do all that. They're going to keep some of them little secrets and little shit they got hidden for the court. When they go to court and they go to trial. Because Big U pleading not guilty to everything. They connecting the Las Vegas shit all the way to the Cali now. Pardon me, under the weather a little bit. This is nasty work, man. Big U, I don't know how he gonna get out of this right quick. To be honest, I don't know. He gonna have to have the best lawyers. But you know how the feds play. Feds gonna freeze his accounts. They might freeze his accounts. They might play with his money. So now you on a budget to get some type of budget type lawyers. You can't get the best of the best lawyers. You got murder involved in this goddamn RICO charges. When you got murder involved, that shit makes it even worse. Your money, man, listen, why you think Lil Durk is trying to get the best of the best he got over there? Because it's murder for hire involved. That shit is a whole different ball game comparing to the racketeering, money laundering, all that other shit, RICO charges. But when you bring murder involved, now your money got to really start coming out your pockets if they even let you use your money in your account. Because they feel like your money's involved in any type of fraud that they got you in, they're going to freeze that account. So what money that you actually going to use now? You're only gonna use your little savings that you and your wife got, whatever. But how much is that y'all gonna actually have to spend on these lawyers for the murder now that you were involved with Rayshawn? And when they thought this Nipsey situation allegedly, it's gonna get even worse because they only need Eric Holder to talk. If the feds want this situation with Nipsey so bad and they felt like Big U was involved in that Nipsey situation allegedly, they'll make Eric Holder talk somehow, someway. They'll make that boy talk because I'm telling you, they feel the same way. Or they might go to Cowboy. Hit him with a new charge with all the little talks he been doing after the Nipsey Hussle situation happened. The case don't never go away just because they charge one person. There's always a back end to the story of a case if they feel that way. Especially with all these niggas going on these platforms still talking about the Nipsey Hussle 5 years later, damn it. And putting the shit on Big U, saying that Cowboy knew about it. And then these are people that's out on the West Coast that's saying this shit, that's in their homeland saying this shit. Ain't nobody else really but us bloggers, but we getting our information from y'all niggas out there from jumping on these platforms and running y'all mouth and talking. So the feds could always come back and grab niggas for the Nipsey Hussle situation, especially for the niggas that's in the back end that was involved in this. This is nasty work, man. Rest in peace to Rayshawn, man. Let's go back one more time to his mom, man.
Sorry for your loss. I mean, my heart really does go out to both of you. I mean, you know, your family's going through a really tough time right now. I know there's news that broke out that said that Big U was, you know, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
Why do you think that he did it? I mean, that's like the big question.
Because you don't like the word no.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to tell you no. Everything's supposed to go your way or no way. So I feel like my baby did something that you didn't like. And you did what you did. Now karma's at your door.
Do you think Big U is a real threat to the community right now?
Of course.
There's a lot there. I mean,
of course he is, because if he could do this to my child, what makes you think he couldn't do it to nobody else's child? Or if he haven't done it to nobody else's child, or if he don't have anybody child right now feeling threatened because of what he have said to them or what he have done to them. So of course he's a threat. Of course, no doubt.
With all this coming to light, are you worried for your family's safety?
Most definitely. I've been worried for my kids' safety since day one, since this happened. I shouldn't have to be a parent within fear of my child's or my kid's life when I trusted you. And you took that away from me.
I mean, is there a message that you would want to send to Big U?
Why? Any other time you would have called me. Still right now, today, I still haven't heard from you. Nothing. Just like they say, that big old N, you have it on your chest right now, and it stands for nothing, because that's what you are. In my book, you a nothing person to me. Can I forgive you? I tried. I tried to pray on it. I tried to ask the Lord above me to help me to forgive you. And deep down, my Heavenly Father upstairs know who I am, if don't nobody else know me. I've tried, and I cannot do it.
Telling you gotta feel her mother pain, man. When you don't know what happened to your son and he's down there and you up there thinking your son protected by the dude that you think that you close with, and he's helping your son to pursue his dream as a football player and then becoming a rapper because the football thing that happened. That shit hurt her. Next thing you know, you get the phone call from homicide investigator saying, yeah, we think this is son down here slumped on the highway down in the desert. What? She like, ho, what are you talking about? He down there supposed to be protected. He ain't got no drama. He ain't got no shootouts and none of that going on down there. The mother would know. Obviously, Rayshawn, the mom, was like this. They was close. He wouldn't stay in Las Vegas if it was drama down there. That part. What are we talking about? If he got dumb out, niggas spit in the block, nigga, baby, you gonna handle that for that if niggas was doing that to Rayshawn. So that's why she thinking that way. Like, my son had drama, if y'all two was still on good terms, you would have handled that drama for my son down there. Everybody know not to play with my son because he's under your music and he's trying to proceed on a music career. And everybody know Big U got the respect that he had. So that's the first thing that she's thinking. So she's like, it couldn't be no beef when niggas came around there and tried to rob my son because it wasn't nothing like that. They connected. Next thing you know, last person that was around them was Big U, man. So I don't know how the hell he gonna beat this case unless they got somebody that's gonna take the stand. They saying that they got like 50 witnesses. They said they got about damn near 40 witnesses, man, on this whole RICO charge. If y'all remember when the shit broke out, them feds got plenty of people to wait. We don't know which witness gonna be involved with the Rayshawn. We don't know yet. But if they got somebody, I think Rayshawn's friend was in the crib or something like that. Got to go back and check it out again. But y'all remember somebody was in there when Rayshawn left with the homie. See, they ain't saying that they dumped, you know what I mean? They allegedly they got him up out of here. They deleted him inside the house. They saying they deleted him on his way, taking him to that spot where they dumped him at. Because they saying Rayshawn got hit, I think twice, 3 times or some shit like that. This is nasty work, man. When you the big bad wolf and you get too greedy, that's what happens, man. Everything come back. You can't bully and check everybody in and extort everybody, Big U. You just can't do that. You should have kept it to a certain amount of people and that's it, nigga. You kept on going with civilians, all types of people. Shit comes back around, man. Now you stuck in a situation where you got to spend a lot of money and they probably got some of your money on freeze. So you better have the best of the best lawyers, Chad. I'm out here though, man. Make sure y'all commenting below. Give me y'all smooth want to donate to the channel. Cash apps in the banner. Definitely donate by the thank you button. Also, you can do that in the channel. Commenting below. Give me y'all smoke. Give me y'all opinion. What y'all think about this Big U, Rayshawn Williams situation? Do y'all think Nipsey's situation gonna come up also? What y'all think? The mission with Eric Holder allegedly. Y'all heard the nature of the conversation. It wasn't on no snitch allegation. That shit was about extortion money. That shit was about Nip still trying to give, now I mean, money every month to the big homie, whatever. That shit was about, man. That shit was nothing about no snitch allegations. I'm up out of there. Till then, breaking news. We got to see what's gonna happen with this Big U. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Y'all already know the vibe. It's your boy Smoke News TV, man. Rest in peace to Nip. Rest in peace to Rayshawn. If they know, they know. Salute, gang. I'm out of here, man.